Hi everyone, this is Kathy Mamelin, Psychic Medium. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to a no contact love reading for my collective today, for any sign and any sign that you may be thinking of. Today I'm going to ask our spirit guides what is going on in this connection, what are their thoughts and feelings, where is this connection headed, any guidance and advice they have for you. So let's call in our angels and our spirit guides. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody newly guided here. Spirit, person on my mind. What are their thoughts and feelings around this no contact situation, low contact, low communication? What is it that you have for us? I am listening for you now. Give me a chance. There's nothing that I wouldn't do for you. Boy, how many times have I heard that? Okay, so I feel like I feel like a repeat record for some reason. So there could be something going on here with this person is, like all talk, no actions. And I'm struggling with that. Can you love somebody and still be frustrated with them? Absolutely. It's kind of like I heard that before, or, been there, done that, 1,000 times. But yet at the end of the day, you still love this person. And then you kind of wrap your head around and go, what am I doing? Like this person keeps hurting me or keeps saying the same things. I'm so confused. Okay. Karma comes up. Karma comes and takes care of people. You don't, sometimes if you're really upset with somebody and you push this person away, you could be saying, oh, I want this and I want that. You don't have to do a thing. Okay. Karma's going to take care of them. Okay. Or if they were involved with somebody else and you're really resentful, you're really angry at that third party situation, don't throw a curse on them, just let karma take care of them, focus on you. Okay. They've got their own path and they've got their own decisions to make, and we all meet our maker and all that good stuff. Unworthy. You made me feel unworthy. If somebody took something away from you, it's the person who took away that I trusted you with my heart, and now I feel like I did something wrong, or like it's not you. You're not to blame here. Okay, so there's a part of me, like we both have responsibilities, and your worth, is high, and you have value, and of course you're worthy. I want to leave the past behind and move on. Can we get beyond this is always the question. That's always something that's very difficult. Can we pick up the pieces? Can we put the pieces back together? Okay, it's a feeling of putting our lives back together. Sometimes that separation just pulls us so far apart, we kind of forget where were we before all of this. So we got to put it back together. My life is so messed up right now. They could be feeling unworthy. Okay. They could be feeling confused. What did I do to myself? I did this to myself, so this could be a lot of guilt. This could be, what have I done energy? Like, I can't believe I did this to myself. I pushed the best thing in my life away. People do kind of spur of the moment things, and then they wake up and they think in the moment's a great decision. They get mad about something, they shut the door and they walk out the door and they say, I'm done. I'm not talking to you, whatever happens. And then they kind of, pout like a little kid. And then all of a sudden they wake up and go, what did I just do? Like, did I need to do that? I don't care what others think. I just want to be with you. So, boy, this is when other people get involved, Spirit just said. They're saying other people got involved. Okay, so it could be family. It could be, you shouldn't have told your mother something. you shouldn't, your friend had that was none of your friend's business, um, somehow a situation, conversation, something that was personal is public knowledge. And it's like, I didn't want everybody to know that. That's between us, so those are boundaries that have been crossed. And those are really hard to forgive, because then you go, I'm afraid to tell you things, if you're going to tell everybody. I can't stand not being there with you. So you can feel the hurt. You can feel like, what have I done? Energy. I'm just going to put regrets out there, regretting what they said. Okay. Regretting what they said and did. Okay. So whatever that means, they definitely are feeling it full blown. Spirit, the timing just wasn't right for us. I feel like that's an excuse. It's the person who says, I thought I was ready for this, but I guess I wasn't. I'm not ready to give you what you want. Like, those are all in the bucket of, I think, somebody who lacks courage to face their fears or to be in a relationship. I wish things were simpler. There could be a lot of confusion around this connection. And I feel like I opened up a can of worms. I feel whoever this other people got involved, I feel like if they weren't involved, it would be like 10 times easier. Okay. So they have to be not part of the equation anymore. They have to not give their 2 cents or not even be talked to or something like that. I was fooling myself. I fell in love with the image of you that I had created. I thought everything was perfect. Maybe I thought that, this feels like somebody who had problems already, and they brought their problems into the next relationship without resolving them. And then they think the next relationship is the answer to their prayers and that it will be different this time. But they brought the same problems. That's maybe why I felt like it's a repeat record. Okay. All talk, no action. So they brought their problems into the next relationship. We bring ourselves wherever we go. So if this person needs to work on themselves and they need to make changes, doesn't matter whether they're with you or they're with somebody else, that person's going to experience the same things. They can't turn around and say, oh, I'm going to be so much happier with somebody else. Like, that's not how it's going to work. They're not happy with themselves. They're not going to be happy with anybody. I have a 5 of Swords. Yeah, they've got a battle within themselves they got to work on. I have a 9 of Wands. I have an 8 of Wands. And I have a Page of Wands. They're looking to make a change, but they do have something that they've had to work through. Now, they could have taken this time to just think about their feelings, that they have to put more effort into a relationship. They have to be more available. They cannot take you for granted. They got to put you first, things like that. So this feels more hopeful. It feels like I am hoping for a change in this connection. What did they say? I'm hoping that we can put our lives back together. I'm hoping we can pick up where we left off, something like that. So I do feel like they're hopeful, but something has to give. I think the first thing that has to give is if there's any other energy connecting the two of you, a third party, interference by a family, interference by friends, then none of that all has to go away. There can only be 2 people in a relationship. I have a Queen of Wands. I have a Hierophant. I have a Page of Cups. I have an Ace of Swords. I feel like this break, believe it or not, has helped them to realize there's no one like you. And whatever happened, they're not going to replace you. There's only you. And it's a little bit of a wake-up call. It's a feeling of, What was I thinking? I'm definitely regretting. I have a feeling this person made a decision too quickly. They got upset about something. They just put down the phone, said, I'll talk to you later. And I haven't talked to them since, something like that, like days have gone by and they're still giving this cold shoulder. Do not chase them. They know where you live. They know what your address is. They know how to call you. You're not going to chase them and beg them to be with you. They've got to be a grown up and admit their feelings. I have a separation. They're missing you, thinking about you. They're unsure of their own future. They're really feeling the void. Okay, so this time away, Spirit's saying, has opened their eyes. Okay. And that's really what no contact's all about. It allows somebody to feel the pain. I hate to say it, but when you feel that pain, it forces you to realize that you love that person. It forces you to, I want this pain to go away. And the only way the pain goes away is to be with your person again. So I have a feeling your person's going through some of that right now. I have a hand of cards, taking a chance. Will you give me another chance? That's how they started this reading, was they wanted a second chance. I have a dragonfly. Look for dragonflies. Things are coming to light. I've changed. I've healed. I want things to change. I want to heal. I want to put our lives back together, is how it felt. And for some of you, it could be even families, that like, I miss our family. I miss the kids. I miss our child, I can't live like this. I like us being together. This doesn't make sense to me. I have a feeling that we're going to be back together before we know it. I feel that I kind of blew my top and I said things I shouldn't, and a little bit of a dog with a tail between their legs needing to come back to this connection. Let's see what they have for timeline. If they're going to give me any timeline, Spirit, please share. I have in a few weeks. Okay, so that's encouraging. Maybe we've been separated a couple weeks already, and maybe within the next week or so. I have 11 to 12 months, so maybe you've been together for that period of time, and this is the first time that we pushed each other away. I have June, coming back together in June. That's encouraging. And I have April being important. Maybe we met in April birthday, June birthday. Let's get one more. And I have when you need it the most, your phone will ring. The knock at the door. I'm going to put this out into the universe. I want to say the good news is that they are feeling the regret. And this separation has opened their eyes to basically what's going on and their own feelings. So they're feeling it, that's what's important. They're feeling their feelings, and they're going to take action at this point when it hurts deeply enough and they don't want to live like this anymore. They don't want to live without you, basically, is what's going to happen. You'll hear from them. So let's put this out into the universe. I want to thank Spirit for these messages. Thank you for being here. Please comment, claim it, own it. It's yours. Just keep manifesting your person. Keep talking to your person, telepathically, letting them know you're ready to receive them, or you want to talk to them, whatever it is that you are manifesting. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, please visit my website, KathyMamolinsPsychicMedium.com. And we'll see you all again real soon.